Right, guys, it's LSP, day 16, 6th of Feb 2018. It's been alright, decent day, can't complain. Chipping away, current balance sits at 219.57. If you follow me on Twitter, which is down here, you'll know that I posted the trades for the day. Desperately trying to get into USD, Japanese yen, just wasn't giving it to me. And then I ended up getting in, and I closed the trade, and it's just whatever. It's all over the place. But yeah, good day. Can't complain. These are the levels that we marked off. I say we, me. I marked off on the dollar index daily. Remember, this is the March contract, so it's slightly out, a bit further forward. So what you see and what I see might be two different things, but really nice reaction off these levels. I don't know whether this is going to continue going higher or lower. Personally, I think, based on the daily and this nice rejection here, we may continue the downside. It might need to pop up higher first. I don't know, but just I've got to go with what the chart's telling me. And right now, the chart's telling me that it wants to go lower, so I'm sticking with that. If we get back above this high and hold, then we're going to challenge these areas up here and potentially this little area here. But we'll see. We'll see. Right now, we've had some decent rejection of almost the 90 big figure or the 90 handle by a good sort of 50 pips. So we'll see. We do have some liquidity down here, a little bit of liquidity down here, and obviously the big stuff down here. So I'll mark off just very quickly. Sort of this is the next area that I'm looking at least for dollar to go to, and because of that, we may potentially get some upside on the euro and the cable. Cable looks really nice. I do like cable a lot, to be fair, but I'd want to see it clear this area first. So a nice. I think I've marked off a chart somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, something like this. I'd like to see it pop through first, hold in this area, retracement, and then a nice pop upwards. So this is some stuff I'm just going to be looking at tomorrow, going into the London session, Frankfurt, and then London. But going back to today. This is the Japanese yen, or the USD Japanese yen. You can see it got a little bit messy, but let's go over to the account history. You can see I had a lot of orders that just weren't filled, guys. That was what we got here: Japanese yen, Japanese yen. Had a mute trade basically on the euro. So yeah, the 5th, the 5th, the 5th. So from here onwards, look. I did a very small trade, 33 pence. I'll just throw it up there. I'm not really sure. I can't remember where that was. Oh, just here, look. You see, now this is interesting. When I took this trade, I ended up closing the trade because I expected it to push a little bit higher, and it didn't. It just ripped to the downside and went straight through what would have been my target. But shit like this happens. You've got to get used to stuff like this, man. And not get all bent out of shape. And I missed the move, and yeah, forget all that. You've got to get that out of your system. Don't worry about it. I missed this trade, but there was a trade there. I missed that trade, but there was a trade here. I missed this trade, but do you know what I mean? There's hundreds and hundreds of trades throughout the week. Just forget about all that stuff. Just you're in, you're out, moving on. And you can see I had a bunch of trades. Soul limits, didn't get filled. I had one here that was filled, and I'll throw that up there as well. See what time that was. Again, you see. It started to come down. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure why I exited this trade, to be honest. I mean, the time that I took this trade was 1:50. So it would have been between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I don't know, maybe I was dreaming. I'm not sure, but I exited the trade. And again, ripped straight to the downside. So that's that one. And then, I had a tiny little trade here. Let me see where that one was. That was up here. And again, that was a sell. What time was this? Oh, that was in the afternoon. Yeah, right. I opened this trade and I closed it pretty much within, what we got here? 40 minutes or so. No, about 30, yeah, almost 40 minutes. The reason I closed this trade basically was because I expected, because we were holding up in this area. I was watching the dollar. I was thinking, do you know what? I've got this sneaky suspicion that this is just going to pop to the upside. It did, Then it rejected. Okay, remember this is a 15-minute, right? So then it rejected, and then I ended up taking this last trade, which was actually on the USD CAD, because at this point I'd had enough of the USD Japanese yen. You've got to remember, when this is not just about me personally, but like when you open a trade, what a lot of people fail to realize, and you get all these people out there that are saying, "Oh, do this," and if you short here and get out here, that's X amount of pips, and if you short here and get out here, it's X amount of pips. Forget that. And I've said this again and again and again and again and again, and I'm just going to keep pounding it until it gets through to people. When you're in a trade, everything changes. You're watching a trade moving up and down. Because I'm a very, very fast trader, right, and I'm a very aggressive trader, I don't like staying in trades, right, and I change my mind very, very quickly, okay? I am a very, very good scalper, but I can't hold on to trades. I just can't, yeah? And I've tried many, many times over the years, and I'm not going to go into that. But the point is, when you're in it, and you're sitting through this kind of whip up, whip down, and remember, it's not like I'm using crazy size, the 20, these are like 0.2s. It's not like I'm sitting on a 20, a 20 or a 30 or 100 lots, 100 standard lots. It's not like that. So it's not about the money moving up and down and me thinking, oh my God, I'm up £500, I'm down 5. It's nothing like that. It's just while I'm in that moment and I'm seeing the trade moving up and down, I get the feel for it in that moment, and it just wasn't happening. So I knocked it on the head. I thought, you know what, I've missed this one, this one's just not happening. I'm knocking it on the head. And I jumped over to the USD CAD. For a nice little trade, which I will show you, which is literally here. And this is the 4 hours, so let me just drop down to a 15 minutes so you can see it. This is pretty much no-brainer for me, to be honest, and I'll show you why I took this trade at the time that I did. We came up, and this is dollar, obviously based on the dollar as well, but it came up, retraced, came up again, poked its head through, drop, up, rejection, and then when you look on the 15-minute chart, you can see it a little bit better. Let me just show you. So, down, 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 nice grind back up, drop, and as it starts to come down here, for me, this swing, I mean, if it was going to go higher, don't get me wrong, from this point here, it could have literally ripped up to the upside, but at the time, the dollar was favourable and showing weakness, and to me personally, like I said, this is a no-brainer trade. These types of trades, like I said I think it was yesterday's video, you'll notice that I do quite a lot of these particular types of trades, not the long side, mainly the short side. Where we have a previous high, price goes through it, rejects, comes back down, breaks a swing low, grinds up a little bit, and then starts to drop. Then I'm looking for the next swing low, okay, or the next swing low target from where we are, and it was like I said, very easy trade. I believe it was 27. That was a little bit less than that, almost 25 pips. But yeah, £5.38. It's all adding money to the account, and I don't want to get too excited. But once I get this to a favourable amount, guys, I really want to show off the way that I trade. With a little bit more size, do you know what I mean? Because it changes the dynamics of the trade sometimes, and it's not that I'm not focused. I'm very focused, and I do want this challenge. I'm taking this challenge very seriously. You'll see. If I wasn't, then this wouldn't be at 219.57. I might have spiked up to 300 or 400, then dropped down to 200. It'd be all over the place. But you can see we're grinding very, very, very slowly to the ultimate target of hopefully 10k, and I want to show that. This is not just about throwing money into the marketplace and expecting miracles to happen. It's controlled, and we'll see. Like I said, look, we'll see. I just guess let me get past that £500 mark, and then we'll assess it and we'll take it from there. But for now, chipping away, adding a few quid here, adding a few quid there. The equity curve on the MyFX book is looking great. Very happy with it, and you can always click on the link below to see that. The link's always there, it never changes. You can refresh it as much as you want, and then you'll be able to see the equity curve and go through all the stats and everything else. Alright guys, so that's me done for the night. I will be watching cable, like I said, for tomorrow, and possibly Euro. Probably going to stay away from the Japanese yen for now. I'm really sure what this is going to. It's getting a bit messy up in here, but this is, I am liking, in fact I'm going to show you the 15 because it's better. I'm really liking this, you know, got a really nice drop down. So if you've got short up here, just quickly go through it like this. If you've got short up here, for example, you know, it drops, you bring your stop down, drops, bring your stop down, drops, bring your stop down, drops, stop down, and now we're getting to a point where we're probably, you can almost see it, guys, like, just look at the chart, you can almost see how it's kind of going down, going down, going down, going down, and now it's just, it gets to that point, you can just, I'm going like this with the mouse because it's almost like I don't want to say I know, but I just got this gnawing feeling he's going to pop, you know, from here to take out these highs a good 40 pips. And if it does do that and it goes through it, which is what I'm expecting, then I'm going to look for a pullback. You know what I mean? And we'll take a trade off this swing high if it happens. It could just pop straight through, reject, and then just rip to the downside. I don't know, but we wait for confirmation. All right. So that's me. I will assess everything. I'll see if there's a trade. Obviously, as usual, I'll take it. You know, any updates, I'll throw them up on Twitter. You can follow me down here at LocksOpPip, and I will see you in video 17. All right, guys. So take care. Have a great evening, morning or afternoon, depending on where you are, and all the best. Speak to you then.